Hello, Space Cowboys, and welcome back to Dr. Kai's... Sorry, my cat decided to interrupt me during that. Let's start that again. Hello, Space Cowboys, and welcome back to Dr. Kai's Quick Guide series. Sorry it's been taking me so long to get these things done, but basically I'm moving house, as well as having to deal with animals, and... Okay, yeah, animals seem to be okay. Yeah, and various other things. But in this week's... well, this month's, this year's episode is at this rate, we're going to talk about mining. Okay, there's going to be two videos. This video is going to be about why mining is such a cool thing, because a lot of people don't actually know. I was one of those people. I had no clue what could possibly be anything but extremely tedious about mining. Until the update of 1.3, we got some drones, we got some improvements to mining. I'm going to give you 10 good reasons why mining is awesome.
Only 10 reasons.
Yes, only 10 reasons. So, the first one is actually my favourite reason. You actually get to explore. It gives you an excuse to go out there and find some good mining sites. Going around all these interesting star systems is one of the best things to do in this game, and it's one of the things that makes this game unique. There's, you know, in inhabited space alone, there's at least 19,000 stations across, I don't know, 100,000 systems? Well, some of them are empty, obviously, but, you know, there is a lot out there. There's more than you could possibly see probably in your lifetime, unless you are a very industrious person. So you get to fly around looking for interesting and beautiful mining sites. For example, this would have been an interesting planet, and I spent a lot of time looking for a planet like this with rings. Unfortunately, it's only rocky, so that's a disappointment. But if ever I come across one of those, or say one of those, brown dwarfs with rings, and it turns out to have metallic... then I will be over the moon, especially if it's pristine. Okay, so, yeah, and let me show you some others. Here's a good one. Whoa, okay. The Oculus Rift sensor's got a bit funny. That's not right. It's going the wrong direction to where I'm moving, and that's making me feel very sick. So if I throw up, it'll be a very interesting video. Anyway, so, we have all of these. These look interesting. This is another system. I haven't actually scanned all of them. This one's metal rich, so you could get some good stuff. That's better. It finally fixed itself. Metal rich is pretty good, but we'll go into that in the second video about how to mine. Okay, this is also metal rich, so unfortunately I'm probably not going to be spending much time in this system, but as you can see, there are a lot of fun places to find. So let me show you a couple more. There's another nice looking system. Okay, and I'll show you my previous mining site before we go to my main mining site. I used to go mining here, which, as you'll see, is quite an interesting place to go mining because of this lovely little system over here. That was my mining site. It's pretty close to these two, so you get a very nice view. As part of this first reason, yeah, everyone has something that interests them about space. In my particular way of thinking, a blue star with an interesting planet arrangement, generally with a gas giant, and the rings being around something other than a gas giant, although gas giants are beautiful. But if you get a ring system around an Earth-like or a tinder that's got pristine metallic, you have found gold. And please tell me where it is, because I'd love to go there and mine. It's one of the most relaxing things ever. Which brings us on to the second reason, which I shall go to when we get to my current mining site in my clipper. Here we are, my beautiful mining system, Eta Aquarii. And we are going to let me show you my beautiful mining place. Okay, these are all good. It's one of these two. This one in particular I like because it's a tinder planet. And it has pristine metallic rings. It was one of my favourite finds of all time. Blue star, a tinder planet with rings, pristine metallic, orbiting another planet with rings, pristine metallic. Gorgeous. There it is, isn't it beautiful? Oh, yeah. This is my beautiful little planet. It's all mine. I've never seen another player here before. But you're all welcome to come here and join me. So as I said, this brings us on to my second reason why mining is awesome. It's relaxing, and I say that from the bottom of my heart. This is a game that is relaxing in general. So it's got that going for it in general as well. But mining is by far one of the most relaxing things you can do. Floating around in the asteroid belts is probably the most, you know, beautiful, tranquil thing you can do in the game. And if you're like me and you find really awesome, beautiful mining sites as a hobby, then you will be flying around in a place like this. And you'll be doing something productive. You're not just going to be sitting here and getting bored. You're going to be doing something productive while relaxing the hell out of yourself. Blue star, silhouettes, a nice big ring system in the background. And as you can see, 3,000 light seconds away, there's a brown dwarf with massive rings that can be seen from here. And to our right, we have a gorgeous planet. That could be an Earth-like, if you're lucky enough to find pristine metallics around an Earth-like. So just let me remind you, let me stress how relaxing mining can be. Not only that, it's rewarding to have your little collectors going around. That's a relaxing thing in and of itself, just watching them scurry about doing your bidding. Relaxing!
Scam detected.
Okay, the third reason why mining is fun is because it's not boring. You get to actually engage in some combat. So, let's try that now. There we go. Let's scan this guy. Ooh, it's a courier. He's competent.
Under attack.
Okay, well, it's his choice to die, I guess. But I'm not even going to do my best combat because this guy is just like scum. I don't have any shields, so everything is going to go into my... Oh, that was nasty. Again. Oh, he moved. Okay, try that. Yay! Yay! There you go, 24,000. 24,000. Bloody hell, that's not bad. So yeah, and there's 2 more contacts over there. But I don't actually have a combat build, so I am going to go and avoid them. If you go to a resource extraction site, then you can get involved in some major combat. You'll be harassed constantly, and you'll make a lot of money that way. Like my Minoconda friend, he was able to make about 4.5 million per 90 minutes. That is good medium trading. Although if you're in an Anaconda, you can engage in high-level trading. So it depends. It depends on how desperate you are to make money and how desperate you are for other things. And this video is all about how other things in general are quite important. Okay, now for my 4th reason. You ready? It's going to be a sound, and it's going to indicate what my 4th reason is. Wait, this is my 3rd reason. Okay. Yeah, did you hear that sound? Did you see that light come on? Yes, we are now engaged in what is called Flight Assist Off. Right, Flight Assist Off in general is one of the most rewarding and relaxing things you can do in this game. I will tell you that now. If you don't agree, then fine. If you've never tried it, then you will agree, I can guarantee that. And what better place to practice the art of Flight Assist Off than mining, which is a relatively safe endeavour. I've got no shield, so it's not that safe for me. But to be honest, mining is a slow, methodical thing. It's not crashing around at high speeds, turning, doing full like loops and advanced combat maneuvers and evasive maneuvers. It's just gliding around from asteroid to asteroid. And it's the perfect opportunity to practice Flight Assist Off, which is one of the most useful things you can also do in the game. Because in combat, if you can master the art of Flight Assist Off and turn it on and turn it off at when the situation requires it, and you're good at that, then by golly, you will be a good combat pilot. So yeah, look at this. You can just float around in space. We go back to my 2nd reason, which is relaxing. Look at that. You know, it's something else. Being a full ballistic Newtonian object, just floating through space, occasionally crashing like that if you are trying to show off, which is what I'm trying to do. But like, look, you can just go at full speed in this direction. And you can change direction manually with your thrusters. That's what Flight Assist is all about, by the way. Flight Assist Off is controlling every single one of your vectors at all times and adjusting for all of them. And you've got full speed over to here. And you decide that you like it, so you slow down a bit and you go around and you face it, and then you undo that speed and then you point towards it again. You stay here, get your mining lasers out, and that's how it works. Okay, that's good reason number 3. Okay, no, actually I was wrong. The Flight Assist Off is the 4th reason. Yeah, okay, it's hard to keep track with such a puny brain. But anyway, so the 5th reason, which I've now made a note of, is... What is it? I forgot. Let me look out of my Oculus Rift. Prospecting, there we go. Prospecting is actually surprisingly fun. Do you like loot games? Do you like Borderlands? Do you like MMOs? Games where you get lots of opportunities to open a box, and inside that box could be something really awesome, but it's really rare as well, and every now and then you do get a really rare thing, and you go like, yay, and you feel great, right? You can have that feeling in Mining. Look what you do. You fire things at things, and pretending that they're chests. Inside that chest might be something particularly awesome, like. Let's get lucky. Osmium. Yes, one of the three things that you have to collect. The only three things you get missions for, and therefore lots of money for, is osmium. And one of the rarer ones that you basically never see is painite, even in a pristine metallic. You know, sometimes you get lucky and you see like 8 of them, but most of the time, like, seeing a pristine metallic, you're like, it's such a thrill, especially if it's more than like 30%. For example, this is only 9% osmium, we probably won't even get a ton out of it, so I'm not even going to bother. Okay, number 6 on the list of reasons of why mining is now awesome is diversity and challenge. It is now extremely challenging. Whoa! See, firstly, if you're doing flight assist off, you are constantly making sure you don't do what I was just about to do. But I can't talk and drive at the same time, so I'm a bit different. So say maybe if a woman was doing this, I'm sure she'd be able to do both. But I can't, so yeah. Don't judge me based on this. Yeah, so firstly, mining is challenging, right? There are challenges to it. For example, managing your collectors, making sure that you don't put them in precarious situations, making sure that you don't leave without them because they only have certain speeds. I'm not going to go into it because I want you to discover all of it, but there is a lot of diversity and a lot of stuff to learn. It's not mind-numbing. It's not, well, I'm going to get to mind-numbing soon. But it's basically, it's challenging, it's interesting. And there's diversity, there's now missions, okay? Missions, you know what missions means? It means that it's not just going and then collecting and then selling and collecting and selling. It means getting missions, it means looking for specific things. As I said in the previous point, there's fun in finding the rarer items and then getting a mission that pays a lot for them, because there is variation in the payouts for the missions for the same things. So yes, number 6, am I on 6? Yeah, 6 is diversity. And now I come on to reason number 7 why it's great to go mining, and that is, it's a new reason to go outfitting. Come on, admit it, you love outfitting. After you've done all your pew-pew-pewing, and your bounty hunting, and your pirating, stealing from people, and coming up with the best builds that enable you to steal money from people and go, ha ha ha, I'm a troll, ha ha. Good for you, but whatever. You get to now do it all over again, from scratch, a whole new type of build to come up with, a whole new way of experimenting, a whole new way of, trying things out and messing around with the builds. And I have to say that mining is exactly like Pew 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 in that there is no best build. There are a variety of different ways of mining, as I've already gone through, and coming up with different builds for each one of those is really satisfying. And again, there's no hard fast rules. It's a game of discovery and creativity. If you want, for example, to do some bounty hunting on the side in the res sites, then you come up with a bit of a combat hybrid build. If you want to go to raw mining, then you can get rid of your shields and just have cargo capacity, and the best possible refineries and blah blah blah. And also, there are quite a few different ships that are ideal for mining at every level. I would say the best medium level ship for mining is the Clipper, because it has a comparable cargo capacity to the T7. But it's also better in every other way, so I don't know why anyone would go with a T7. It's not even that much cheaper, to be honest. But yeah, so outfitting. Alright, so now I will go on to why it's not mind-numbing, which is reason number 8, that mining is now awesome. Once upon a time, it was mind-numbing. It's extremely mind-numbing to just go up to any rock with no particular, you might have like a list of your top 5 things that you'll bother to collect, which are going to be quite easy to find anyway. I'm going a bit too fast in a direction I can't see, which is never good. Come on. Yeah, the thing about the Clipper is that it has really, really bad vertical thrust. That's better. I feel safer now. Look at my speed. Okay, good. So, yeah, it's like you basically would just do the same thing over and over and over. And while you are doing that now, it's not mind-numbing, because like it wasn't mind-numbing before. You just go and then you collect, and you do the whole annoying collecting thing that takes ages and get basically nothing for all your efforts. And you'd have to do that for hours and hours to get even like the tiniest amount of money. Now you've got collectors that do that for you, and you've got prospectors, which means you can just like look at rocks from far away and plan things. I understand that it's not the most interesting thing in the world to do, but it's definitely not mind-numbing anymore. Now, whoa. See, look, I'm going to send out a little collector guy
Programming limpet drone.
I'm going to program him first. It's like, you know, the AIY of giving birth. Y? Way. AIY is the AIY of giving birth. Okay, and right. Did you hear that? He can't even get in. He's really cute. That's another reason why it's not my name, because you're all like little collector guys, extremely cute. They like make little beeps and boops like R2D2, and then they crash into your ship sometimes, and they knock when your door is closed. Yeah, it's not mind numbing. That is reason number 8. Reason number 9. What is reason number 9? I bet you wonder. Well, reason number 9 why mining is awesome is that you actually get some good bang for your buck. Well, you get some good buck for your bang. It is backwards in a sense, because you are looking for bucks here. And by banging things with your bangies, I mean your lasers, your banging lasers, you actually can make up to, let's say, 2 to 3.5 million for every 90 minutes, which is roughly what you make on medium tier trading. And that is if you have a medium tier ship, of course. If you're in a Cobra, it'll be a bit less, but it will definitely be appropriate to your level. Maybe on the level of selling rare goods and stuff. What is wrong with my vertical thrust? It's pathetic. And then we have the disappearing asteroid. There is a bit of a bug sometimes. No, okay. It's not going to happen again. I'm just imagining it. It's fine. Spaceman is setting a long time ago, and I'm cool with that, you know? Did you hear that? That drone was like, oh. Okay. Whoa. So yeah, it's good medium tier trading. If you have like higher tier ships like Anacondas or T9s, then you can make a lot more money through trading that. There's no question about that. And even medium tier trading, you can guaranteed make a lot more money. But at least this isn't mind numbing in the way trading is. So yeah, that is reason number 9. And moving on to the very final. Whoa! I wonder if it's a bit. Whoa! We're alive. Yes. Okay. See, not mind numbing. Very interesting. So the 10th reason for why you should become a miner, and try it out at least, and why it's awesome, that you'd never have thought of yourself, is that it's a new way to play. Now that I've listed the other 9 reasons and you realise that it's quite fun, so reason number 10 now kicks in. Reason number 10 is that, yeah, you're getting bored of Elite. Admit it, you are. It's a huge, beautiful, stunning game that you just want to play forever and ever and ever, but it's also getting tedious in certain areas. If you've just been doing combat the whole time, or exploring the whole time, or pirating or trading, you're getting bored. You want to try something new. You want another excuse to play this awesome, wonderful, beautiful game. Well, mining is good enough to provide you with that. That's all I can think of for now.
What about number 11? We agreed on how you get to spend quality time with your computer.
We didn't agree to that. That was your idea, and I said no. All right?
Activating silent running.
What? No. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Look, what is wrong with this bloody computer? Listen. Okay, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. You're very kind. Yeah. Reason number 11 is you get to spend quality time with your wonderful, beautiful computer who's got the loveliest voice in the world. And
silent running deactivated, but we need to talk about our relationship.
That doesn't. Okay. Well, I've got to go. But those are my 11 reasons for why mining is now awesome. Stay tuned for the next episode of Elite Quick Guides by Dr. Kaii, because I will be going through a guide on how to mine. Yes, another one, but mine will be the best as usual. So long, Space Cowboys!